Hi there, this is John Hyman from Commercial Real Estate Online. Welcome to the program. This is another video for my friends in commercial real estate brokerage around the world in sales, leasing, and property management. This particular matrix features many different ideas relating to sales, leasing, and property management in many different ways. Indeed, I use this matrix when I'm running workshops in different locations, in different countries and capital cities and property markets. So today I'm going to select a topic from this matrix and take you into the ideas, particularly around and within points of difference. So let's go into that particular topic. Points of difference. So if you are an agent, you'll be focusing on perhaps sales, perhaps leasing, perhaps both, or you could be involved in property management, and also there'll be a marketing focus there for you. So when you're pitching for a listing, you need to have some points of difference to stand out as an agent of choice. There is absolutely no point in being the same as every other agent in your location. Indeed, some of the presentations that are out there by different agents in towns and cities today are so similar, and all they're doing is copying and pasting property details within a basic template to try and win the business. Of course, the presentation, the document then becomes so ordinary, and it's just no way of winning the business consistently into the future. So look at your points of difference. Look at how you can improve your engagement with the client relative to their property challenge. It is always unique and different, and you have to get inside their property challenge, their facts, their challenges to get results with their property. So I'm saying here that points of difference should apply within the different disciplines of leasing, within marketing, within property management, and within sales. So let's look at sales, for example. Let's take that one to start with. In sales, you should look at these particular topics to improve your presentation to the client. Go into a specific campaign approach. Talk about how you're going to make the campaign work for the client, not just an ordinary campaign, but a very specific one. Of course, as part of that, exclusivity should be the go, and you should be able to sell exclusivity to give that campaign a very deep and direct, meaningful approach to the target market. And indeed, you should be focusing on the target market for the client so they know exactly who you're going to tap into. The next topic here is local area coverage. Most sales and the purchases of sales within commercial real estate are locally based most of the time. It's because those purchasers, be they investors, property trusts, property funds, they understand the local area. They're already there doing things. They have properties, they understand those properties, and they can work with them. So the first part of your canvassing process in sales from a point of difference perspective is to define to the client exactly how you will cover into the local area, how you will get coverage with the people in the local area who could be looking for that property. Of course, taking the third point here is methods of marketing. And there's so many different ways to market your property today. Online, offline, directly. It's simply not a matter of putting a property online and hoping that people will see the advertisement and make the call. That's not the way to do it. It's only a small part of the equation. Sure, you need the property online, I get that. But you should have some very different and direct approaches to tap into other segments of the market. So method of marketing, it's online, it's direct, it's offline, it's packaging a number of those things in different ways. And indeed, I go back to the point here that you should have a campaign approach for the client, and that could involve different campaign strategies. So make your methods of marketing meaningful for the client and their property situation, and give the client 2 or 3 different campaign approaches so the client has a choice. So let's go on further. Methods of sale. Now we're in the sale situation at the moment. So what methods of sale could apply to the property in your location? What are the methods of sale that actually work for the property? Think about it. Perhaps auction. Check out the competing properties in the location. Of course, you could use the expressions of interest method of sale. That's for a unique property that may have limited interest in purchase. Of course, you should think about the pricing method that does apply with the property, and then you've got to consider sale at a price, sale by negotiation, perhaps even the tender process. But when you look at the pricing method, for example, there is different ways of pricing a property. One is the capitalisation approach, then you have the comparable properties to look at, and then you should also look at the summation method of pricing a property. That is the price of the building, the price of the land, and putting it all together. So there are different ways of pricing things. Understand that. So what I've done here is take you into the methods of sale and the different things to consider in the methods of sale. And that is part of particularly considering how you can be different in your property activities today. So let's go back to the beginning here. Again, in sales, points of difference, I took you into these particular topics here to give you a meaningful approach to stand out as the agent of choice in your sales solutions for the client. On a final point here, I will say that you may be able to sell something off market, and that's quite okay. If you know a lot about the local area and the people that are playing in the market to look for properties, then you may be able to sell something off market. So, in closing on this particular point, your points of difference in getting a property for sale as a listing are through these particular things: the campaign approach, the local area coverage, which is deep and direct, the methods of marketing, online, offline, and also directly to particular businesses and investors locally. Then, of course, you've got methods of sale to consider and choose the best method of sale based on the client and their property. And lastly, if it's a very good quality property or something that's unique, then you may be able to sell it off market, and that's quite okay. So what I did today here was take you through the points of difference relating to commercial real estate brokerage. Let's go back to the beginning here. That is the matrix. There are many hundreds of things in this matrix, and in the other videos I'll take you into these particular issues so you understand how you can cover off on all of these things. So in closing, you can visit our website, which is Commercial Real Estate Online. At that website, which the website address is commercial-realestate-training.com, at that website you can get plenty of tips, tools and ideas relating to commercial real estate. And even this morning I loaded this particular article, which is how to be ahead of the pack in finding tenants. And that particular article gives you a list of how to find tenants in a local area, particularly with leasing of property. And there is an audio there to support that. So visit the website, check out the various resources there, and this particular one is how to be ahead of the pack in finding tenants today. So, my name is John Hyman. I do thank you for listening to this particular podcast and this particular video. And of course, you can check out the other articles online and get some more resources to use. This is the matrix here, and I'll cover off on many different other items here for you in the next video. This is John Hyman signing off for now. Catch you again very soon.